just because we didn't give birth, we can't breastfeed, and our title is foster moms, doesn't mean that foster moms aren't.
I was going to keep my nose out of this situation, but honestly, it keeps coming up on my For You page, and it's really making me sick to my stomach. Dear Brittany Dawn, you're not a mother. You're not. You are a foster mother. Harsh reality, I know. I'm really sorry for all of the infertility you guys have struggled with and all of that. But at the end of the day, that child has a mother. That child has a mother who is struggling right now. And as Christians, you're sitting here blasting this child on social media as if it's yours, calling yourself the mother, posting this child online in the first place. As a mother, I would feel so extremely violated if in 5-10 years from now, I end up in a really bad place in my life and my children get taken away from me and get put in a decent home where they're not being abused, and I find out they're being exploited. I would be sick to my stomach. That's not your child to post. That's not your child to exploit. Nobody should be exploiting their children in the first place. If you want to prove how good of a godly foster parent you are, you would keep that child and its business offline, as well as all of your future children. In fact, nobody should know that you're foster parents outside of you just talking about your experience of being a foster parent. And that doesn't include claiming that you're their parents. You're not. And it's always the Christians that sit here and act like they're the most godly that only take in the newborns. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, I was that teenager that really needed a loving Christian home. Where were you? Shoot, it's almost like you're not actually doing this out of the good charity of your Christian heart, and you're doing this to fill that void of a baby that you want. Foster care is not the way to do that. Adoption is not the way to do that. Therapy is how you do that. Watching this entire thing from a distance, like I'm legitimately like shaking right now, it's got me so livid. Just because you've chosen to temporarily take care of somebody else's child while they're getting help does not make you that child's mother. Period. End of story. You're not that child's mother. You are a temporary caregiver. And that child is not yours to exploit. I'm sick to my stomach. I pray you get your foster license taken away until you get this disgusting mentality out of your head and you stop exploiting these children online, because they're not yours. As a Christian, you should not be preying on mothers who are going through hard times and trying to take their children away. You need to be holding that mother's hand through this hard time just as much as you're holding that baby's hand. And your end goal should not be getting that baby to consider you mommy, but getting that baby back to its mom. As a former foster kid, you disgust me, and you're up there with of the most disturbing kinds of foster parents that you could possibly be homed with.